good morning mga kasama sa government service. I am very honored to be in the same room as both of you are. Okay, so I was asked to share my journey with all of you today, and I hope to share with you my story. So I'm a lawyer by profession, and I chose this topic, my journey in public sector, private sector, and now the academe. Okay, so I'm one person who does not plan one's career. Okay, so I know there are others who are good planners, but I just plan to becoming a lawyer. Okay, so before becoming a lawyer, I was a philosophy professor in the University of the Philippines. I taught philosophy for 10 years. I studied my master's in philosophy, so that's what I really wanted to do. It's just that the salary of a professor in UP back then was 12,000 pesos per semester, per month. And so that 12,000 was enough for me to buy gasoline for the car, but I don't have money to buy the car. Okay, and at that time, so maybe I was 25 years old, I knew that I was going to get married. So during that time, I was courting the man that I was in love with, and I was successful. I became married to him. Of course, later on, it became a story for Maalaala Mo Kaya. So I became unmarried, but I think that I remembered our vows. Among others is to be together in sickness and in health, for richer or for poorer, but maybe in a different arrangement. So in a nutshell, that's who I am. I'm from Batangas City. I come from a clan. The Berberabes are my father belongs to a family of 17 siblings. So kitang-kita nyo naman po. And my mom, they are 12 siblings. So you can tell that our clan ay talagang wala pong kahilig-hilig. Okay, so medyo kakaunti ang ambag sa populasyon ng Pilipinas. So, okay, so my first sharing of story is Procter & Gamble. So after, this is the private sector journey. This is the private sector chapter. So after graduating from College of Law, I was a working student. So I was teaching philosophy in the morning and studying at night. Right after, I went to a law firm, Kisumbing Torres, and I spent around 4 to 5 years there. And then joined Procter & Gamble. So during this chapter, I was lawyer to P&G, and P&G was selling detergents, shampoo, conditioners. And you can imagine that during that time, I had very, very smooth skin. Okay? So maganda po ang buhok ko. At kitang-kita nyo po, sapagat the products of P&G are Rejoice, Pantene, Ariel, Tide. So you know that they are very effective. Okay? So wala po akong mancha sa muka dahil napaka-effective po ng Ariel. Okay? So I was so happy in P&G. I just put here words which are keywords for me. When I look back, what are the values that I really learned in P&G? And two are professionalism and accountability. So there, I like working with P&G because they hire very good people, very accountable. So that means that when you have targets and when you don't meet it, sometimes it's on account of the person, and they just say, okay, I need to get out of this company, or this is not for me. Also very professional. The targets are set. I think P&G, I consider P&G as Disneyland. I was so happy to be there. I thought I was going to retire there. And so I spent around 6 years. Towards the end of that 6 years, I was already being groomed to be sent to Procter & Gamble Singapore as an expat. And then, a call from the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines happened. So that was VP Jejomar Binay. And he was assigned the housing portfolio, and he was looking for a CEO for Pag-IBIG Fund. So, and as a side note, so the new CEO is here. Congratulations, Malen. I am very impressed with the accomplishments of Pag-IBIG now, thanks to you. And of course, the CEO that succeeded me was my deputy CEO, Ahmad Moti. So Pag-IBIG Fund has been fortunate, I think, in the CEOs because Pag-IBIG Fund handles a lot of money. So during my time, we were disbursing 100 billion pesos. So half of it in Provident Fund and half of it in housing. So if you put someone who does not have the values of professionalism and integrity, so it's very risky. Okay, so but I am going to contact you because I will deposit more in the MP2. So I am an MP2 client and I wish to add more to the MP2. Okay, so that's a plug. Baka naman may discount more dyan sa housing loan. So but no, I'm serious. So I use that as my savings account because the dividend rate is much higher than in banks. So hindi naman po sa sinisiraan ko ang bangko, pero parang ganun na po ang nangyari dito. Pero tax-free ang savings in Pag-IBIG Fund, not like in banks. But of course, we have different mandates and I'm a believer of Pag-IBIG Fund. So in this chapter of the private sector, I am now currently, aside from my day job and my main job, so I also sit as director in SM Prime. I am the only female director in SM Prime and the first female independent director. I am proud of it because I sit in the company of Governor Saite Tangco and the former managing partner of SGV. So I'm the youngest, I am the only female, and I am also the poorest. Okay, so when they have conversations about their new purchase of a car, so I could not contribute anything, so I just smile. So, but I've been a director there for I think over 2 years, and I am a chairperson of a renewable energy company. Okay, so I'm very proud of the projects that we embark on, and we are about to launch also in partnership with Pag-IBIG Fund as a socialized housing project with solar rooftop. Okay, solar farm on top of the rooftop. Okay, so because we know that land is scarce in the Philippines, so we wanted to hit 2 birds with 1 land. So there is socialized housing and solar farm on top. We had very big challenges in terms of regulatory because it's a new business model, but that's fine. We are, even if there are challenges, so we just take it 1 challenge at a time. Okay, so this is my private sector chapter. Now the next, in 2010, when I had that call, initially I told Vice President Binay, please look for another CEO candidate because I'm about to be sent to Singapore as an expat. And then after a month, he said, no, let me just send your application to the PMS. Baka daw makapagbigay ng application yung kalaban niya. Then it was Secretary Mar Rojas. So I said, okay. And then a week after, the appointment already came out. So I was so proud. Okay naman ako, mabilis ako makarecover. So kahit unplanned, nabigla, okay, so now I'm CEO. And then a week after, I was so happy, overjoyed. A week after, I was in the Senate for investigation. Okay. And then I was not very happy anymore. Okay. So, but as Richard said, there were several more investigations, and I would like to believe that we we're able to fend off all the challenges. There was no finding. Unfortunately for the Senate, as the government officials here can say, there is no certificate where you will be absolved of all their investigations. So if there is no finding, then that's already our certificate that, okay, wala silang nahanap. So proud Pag-IBIG Fund, CEO for more than 6 years. And then my next, so uncertainty, meaning, again, joining government is uncertain because there's no security of tenure. Unlike the employees, so they have security of tenure. But when you're a presidential appointee, so anytime you can be removed or replaced. Okay? And then integrity because of the Senate investigations and a lot of challenges while I was CEO, really I breathed and really found the meaning of integrity, which is doing the right thing when no one is looking. So, and that's why I think I'm proud that all the accomplishments of Pag-IBIG Fund have contributed to the trust that is being given to it by its members. So the next chapter for me, so private sector and then public sector for more than 6 years. And now last year, so I was nominated to become I was nominated to become the Dean naman of the UP College of Law, and now it's academe. So it is not new to me in the sense that I've been a professor of philosophy for 10 years. I was a tenured faculty then. When I was practicing law, except for the time that I was in Pag-IBIG, I was a lecturer also in UP Law. So ito medyo marami ring pray over because you know UP, lahat pinoprotesta, lahat may comment, and that's why I said, okay, I'm in the parang, I'm coming to a different chapter in my career, and I said, okay, I think I could contribute to UP Law, and so I said yes to the challenge. So like in Pag-IBIG Fund, I didn't know anything about housing and finance, but I said yes to it. I just knew what are the skill set that I had, and just the same here in UP Law, whatever challenge it is, I know I'm courageous, I know I work with honor, I know that I'm hardworking, I know that I am open-minded, and that's why for me, this first word, which is discourse, here talagang masasanay tayo in accepting and welcoming opinions that are different from yours. And we have to be comfortable with it. It doesn't mean that if the other person has a different point of view than you have, then that person is lesser or that person should be silenced. So I chose the word discourse as very important for UP Law. And for my term, which is 3 years, my focus will be research, because that's a mandate of UP Law, which makes it stand out from the other law schools. Research, and I hope and am committed to produce lawyers who will serve well in the public service with the values of honor and excellence. So sana hindi lang enough yung being in public service. So, because of the many uncertainties, and I am a person who does not plan, how do I prepare myself for opportunities that come my way? So these are my 4 points. Number 1 is exercise. I have been exercising since I was 20 years old. So now I'm 55, and I think that exercise has helped me stay happy, stay trim and healthy as well. So why am I exercising? Ang dami ko pong mamanahin na sakit sa tatay at nanay. So sabi ko, ang ikamamatay ko ay dapat hindi ko kasalanan. Okay? So, I will defer or I will put up a good fight. So, I have a gym in my house. So, first thing in the morning, I exercise. Okay? I also feel that I have accomplished so much already after exercising. Okay? And then, of course, trabaho ng trabaho, but you also have to rest. And you just don't rest your body, you rest also your mind. So whatever it is, you meditate, you pray, basta rest your mind as well. And then study, okay? Do not think that you are too old to study. So I would like to believe that I am a lifelong learner during the pandemic because I like K-drama. I like watching Netflix and K-drama. Pero dahil parang mauubos ko na po yung K-drama, I decided to read naman my philosophy books. So para may konting ambag naman sa self-improvement. So I said, I'm going to enroll in PhD in UP. So sabi ko, earn as much credit. And then, lo and behold, after maybe 5 semesters, I'm done with my coursework. 33 units, and so I'm about to take my comprehensive exam and my dissertation. So gusto ko po talaga maging Doktora Bilen. Okay? So minsan, mahirap po itong philosophy PhD, wala na rin po ako masyadong makausap dahil parang nawiweirdohan na sila sa akin. Minsan ako rin naman po nawiweirdohan na rin sa sarili ko. So but this is really for my own learning. So I study and then, so it doesn't have to be PhD for everyone. I'm just sharing. So if it is watching TED Talks, if it is watching or it is reading, whatever, try to improve yourself. And love and be kind. Okay, yun lang. Parang be grateful. I think, I would like to believe that I'm a very positive person. Medyo marami rin po akong pinagdaanan sa buhay ng personal. So as I mentioned to you, I am a parang single mother. I raised my child as a single mother. So yung being unmarried is not easy, especially in our Filipino culture. But I tried to be as graceful as I could be and be kind to my family, to my friends, and to other people. So parang ano lang po, yung lumalabas sa bibig, yung pinapadaan ko sa isip ko, I hope, I always strive that they are positive. Okay? So para mag-multiply. So naniniwala ako na nagmo-multiply dyan. So pag nilagyan mo to ng puro negative, yun din nalalabas sa bibig. Okay? So importante yung sa isip, sa diwa at sa gawa. Yan. And then, of course, my other tip is please do not forget about your other roles. And my most important role is being a mother to Jamie Christine. She's my one and only child. She's now 26 years old. She graduated from UP Diliman, summa cum laude and BS Mathematics. Of course, I'm so proud there. I was wearing a pin, summa cum laude mother. So in 1989, I was also summa cum laude in philosophy. So parang, yay, mother and daughter tandem, parang mag-inang Laina. Pero, which average is higher? Her average is higher. Okay? And mathematics. So kaya lang, ang sinasabi ko na lang sa kanya, anak, nung time ko parang kakaunti pa yung mga nag-o-honor. So baka nainggit lang ako sa kanya. But of course, dito wala na akong binatbat. So aside from being a good student, so she's our national team in karate, gold medalist in SEA Games in 2019, and gold medalist in SEA Games last year in 2023 in Cambodia. And she's parang kind of influencer. So that's her, she's a brand ambassador of several brands. So minsan nagiging extra ako sa mga, ano ba yon, TikTok or mga IG reels niya. So okay lang. So sabi, and then when I became dean, sabi ko, anak, bagay pa ba yan na nandyan ako sa ad mo na nag-high five ako kay Jollibee or whatever. So, but I am most touched when in one of my birthday celebrations, I think in Pag-IBIG Fund, and she gave me a message and she said that when she grows up, she says that she wants to be exactly like me. So I think that's my biggest honor, and that's why in my resume I always include being a mother as really part of my credentials. I'm most proud about it. So, my time is up. So these are like the points, what I learned, and these are the tips that I could share with you. When many people say don't get to a field because it is hard, that's your cue. Get into it. Okay? So when I was advising my daughter, sabi niya, Ma, mahirap po ang mathematics, or at the time, applied physics. Sabi ko, that's your cue because most others don't want to do the hard work. And when you are an expert in a small, in a field where there are few people who are there, it's easier to find your niche. Okay? Number 2, always strive to be better than yesterday. So again, not big goals. Just try to be better today than yesterday. So kung kahapon mainit ang ulo, ngayon hinga-hinga. Okay? So I've mellowed down as much na rin as when I was in Pag-IBIG Fund. This is the best that you can do to prepare for uncertainty. So in however you will apply, study, get new skills, meet new people. Number 3, more than natural talent, right attitude is important. Okay? Kasi paano yun? Hindi naman ako masyado matalino, hindi ako masyado magaling sa sports. Be humble, open, and willing to learn and put in the hard work. Okay? Number 4, pay it forward. Please pay it forward. So multiply the good energy. Be thankful for all the help that you're getting. Don't focus na on, hindi, malas ako, hindi, ganito, I don't have, I have problem with my family, I have problem in love, whatever problem, lahat tayo may pinagdadaanan. So just be positive. And number 5, women should help each other. So very, very important. So let's say kind words. Kung meron ka mga negative na naiisip dyan, just be constructive, especially among us women. So these are my 5 tips that I hope to share with you based on my experience. I'm not saying that you should also embark on private, public, and academe, but just to share, that's my story, and I hope that you are able to get some tips. And my last slide is, thank you. And I like this quote from Madeleine Albright, the former Secretary of State. There is a special place in hell for women who don't help other women. Thank you very much.